My name is Jayson, and this is my story. My life was predetermined before I was born. I was born into slavery, a caged beast. Only difference was, I thought I was the predator, the one who broke the rules to attain true freedom, to take whatever I wanted, to rule the world. I was completely blind. I was, in fact, a slave. I was initiated into my first real gang in the early 90s. It was all small stuff, petty theft and vandalism, but I burned for fire. I'd set bins alight and watch from a distance the fire brigade come to the rescue. While they were occupied fighting the flames, I'd set off another fire nearby and sit back reveling in the chaos. I was an out-of-control kid that nobody wanted. Even the police didn't want to deal with me. So I was relocated at the age of 12. I remember the tough guy tears that I sobbed into my pillow in utter abandon and loneliness. Even though I had no belief or religious background, I prayed. I prayed that God would bring me back to my family, that I could be somewhere I could belong, that I could go home. Prayers aren't always answered straight away. Even though I returned to Auckland a year and a half later, it wasn't home. God had bigger plans for me, but it was all about timing. God's timing, not my own. Of course, I fell straight back into old habits. It was the only world I knew. I hooked up again with my old crew and went straight back into a life of crime. A life I believed gave me strength, and my power only grew. By 1996, I began to grow and sell marijuana, but by 2000, I had tried meth, and it didn't take much for me to be utterly addicted to it. Not only did I revel in it, I needed a way to support my $3,000 weekly habit, and so began distributing, which opened a whole new portal for me. It was lucrative, so lucrative in fact, that at my peak, I was part of a syndicate of 3 cooks, and I had 4 workers who would bring in around 10,000 every few days. Yeah, it was big business. I was known for home invasions with sawn-off shotgun, kidnapping, extortion, and road rage. Yeah, I had a real reputation in the underworld. Even the greatest undesirables knew not to mess with me. During the course of 11 years of distributing meth, I had become an animal, somebody out of control, somebody that you didn't mess with, or somebody that wasn't to be taken lightly. Then one day the tables turned. Someone had pulled a gun on me and 2 of my kids. It was an eye-opener. I thought I was such a hard ass that no one would dare come near us, and yet here I was with my kids at gunpoint. I was drowning, but didn't realize it. One day, I was at a pool when a Samoan guy named Andrew approached me and asked if I would be interested in joining a free community kickboxing program called Solid Community. I went along thinking, man, I'm going to be even more lethal at the game, at the street fighting that I already love and am passionate about. I loved the class. I had a passion for street fighting. It made me feel in control and invincible. At the end of the session though, Andrew read a thought for the day out of the Bible, and it said, "Lay your treasures not here on earth, but up here in heaven, where neither rust nor moth can destroy." Me being a virgin to the whole religion and whole faith and belief in God, left that training session rather confused and thinking, what the heck is that all about? What the hell does that mean? I kept going back to Solo Community every week and trained hard. I got better and better at street fighting, and still, after every training session, I'd be challenged by Bible texts, and the same one would haunt me. Store up your treasures in heaven. It was confronting, because what treasures did I have? Here I am at kickboxing, this born-again Christian kickboxing program, still as a drug dealer and a gangster, still broken and still trying to understand life. Still trying to find out what is my calling. Still trying to understand is this all that I'm meant to be? Is this all that I can be? Is this the greatest that I am? This gangster, this drug dealer, this person? What treasures did I have to store in heaven? One day it finally clicked. My treasures was my family. They were my treasures for eternity. Through these training sessions, I had learnt that the only way to heaven was through Jesus Christ. So how then, I thought, can I store my treasures in heaven? How do I teach my family about God? The love that Andrew showed me through simply meeting me and introducing me and my family to Christ. Man, that's amazing. It's a powerful love. It was then that the real battle began. We had been assets to the devil's cause for generations. And now, now Jesus was rocking the boat. Would I stay in my criminal comfort zone, playing out my predetermined future? Or could I, stop it all to follow Christ? Andrew decided or asked if I would like to be a leader of the Solo Community, a trainer. Yeah, which was an eye-opener, which was humbling, which was an honor. Finally, in 2015, I said to myself, it's now or never. I can't live this double life anymore. Either I choose to keep on with the lifestyle I've always known, or I change sides and start a new life with Christ. It was that day that I chose to follow Jesus Christ. So to become a trainer, I needed a first aid certificate, which the Papatoe SDA Church was putting on. I attended and met Carl Soifaloi and was introduced to a lot of the other members through Carl, and just felt overwhelmed and welcomed and like I was already part of the family. These Adventist people were different. I couldn't get over the love they bestowed on us, on everyone. How everyone had a part to play in making the world a better place. You know, the selflessly serving that they teach us, and not just teach us, but even to the degree that they show us. Perhaps the community church has just embraced us on such a level that that I never thought I was worthy of. Many years ago, a 12-year-old boy had sobbed into his pillow, screaming out to God to bring him home. God answered. Being around such positive, influential people, supportive people on a crazy level that we've found Papster to be. Our family celebrated the largest baptism at Papster Church last year. So 7 of us got baptized, and our 2 youngest ones got dedicated. So 9 of us in total gave ourselves to Christ. My name is Jayson Rogers. I'm a business owner, I'm a kickboxing trainer, I'm a husband, and I'm a father to 7 beautiful children. And I know where my treasures lie.